Hello Internet friends, this is Nate Bianco from natebianco.com shooting this quick MonaVie review for you guys. You're either here because you have already joined MonaVie or you're looking at joining, possibly got an email or connected with somebody on the internet and or a friend or family member is talking to you about MonaVie. Just a little bit about me real quick. Again, my name is Nate Bianco and I am legally blind. But in spite of that, I've been able to create a high-level full-time income working on the internet in network marketing since 2003. So at the time of this video, going on 10 years now with a full-time income, but not working full-time, working part-time. So back to MonaVie. You know, if you're out there, you're doing your due diligence, that's cool. You know, you definitely want to watch out. There's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of crap on the internet. You know, there's a lot of things out there, get rich quick, just all kinds of stuff. So it's good that you're doing your due diligence, but you have nothing to worry about with MonaVie. MonaVie is a rock solid company. Okay, it's not a scam. It's a very legitimate home-based business opportunity, network marketing opportunity. Okay, so nothing to worry about there. I personally am not a MonaVie distributor, but I know a lot of people in the industry, good friends of mine that are part of MonaVie. They're doing very well with it. They have a fantastic product line. So again, absolutely nothing to worry about with the company. It's rock solid, you know, if you do decide to get involved. Now, what you should be asking is if you have got involved in MonaVie, or if you do decide to get involved, is how are you going to build it? You know, how are you going to sponsor people? How are you going to create, volume and build a team? You know, that's the most important thing because, let's face it, 97% of people that get involved in a network marketing company end up failing. So that's what I want to talk to you about, real quick here. I want to go through a couple of scenarios with you and explain, kind of how they work and maybe how they'll fit in with you building a MonaVie business. That will help fast track your success, because I want to see you succeed. That's my goal here. And even though I'm not in MonaVie, and if you decide to join MonaVie, why would I want you to succeed? Well, I've been working from home on the internet since 2003. I don't have a job, and I'll be honest, I need more rich friends who don't have jobs. Just because we need more people in this industry to hang out with and have fun. That's the bottom line. So let's go through them real quick. Number one is contacting your friends and family. Maybe you've heard that before, maybe you're brand new and you haven't, but when you do get involved, your upline is probably going to teach that. And you want to do that. You want to share your product and or opportunity with people you know. But it may not be the option for you to actually build a long-term sustainable business with MonaVie contacting and just working your friends and family. And here's why. I'll give you a perfect example. In order to make this work, and I will say this works big time for a lot of people. There are people that do home meetings, they do hotel meetings, and they just crank it out, and they're building massive, massive teams, into the thousands, and it just works. Now, who does it work for? It works for people who have credibility and influence with their warm market. And there's an easy way to find out. Maybe you don't want to find out. But there's an easy way to find out if you do have credibility and influence with your friends and family. I'll give you a little secret. I didn't. I learned very quickly that I didn't. Back in 2003, being on disability, making less than $1,000 a month, I had no credibility and no influence about making money with anybody. Okay? So, but here's a quick way to find out, and maybe you've already been there. Call up 20 people that you know, 20 of your closest friends and family members, and invite them to a home meeting or a home party 2 hours before the party starts, and see how many of them show up. If 20 people show up, if 20 people will just drop what they're doing, cancel their plans to come to your home party, then you have credibility and influence with your warm market, and you will do very well with that approach. And you will be able to help your team do very well with that approach and build an even bigger team. Okay? If 1 or 2 people show up or 0 show up, then you're not going to do very well with that approach. You're going to be frustrated, and what probably 90+% of people end up doing at that point, after struggling and getting rejected, is they end up quitting, okay? I mean, that's the bottom line, and I don't want to see you quit. So what happens after that if you do persevere and you do decide to listen? I'm going to make this work. There's got to be another way. The next step, what people fall into, is purchasing leads. You know, they find a lead company on the internet, and there's several of them out there, and there's several good ones out there. But here's the problem with leads as well. If you don't have any credibility or influence with your warm market, with your friends and family, what makes you think that you're going to have credibility and influence with cold leads, strangers, people that you don't know and they don't know you? Okay? The worst thing about purchasing leads too, I mean, on top of, you know, the credibility and influence factor, is now you're paying. Now you've got a marketing expense. You know, you've got more out-of-pocket money that you're spending to try and build your business. Now again, I will say, you know, here, a lot of people, not a lot of people, but certain people have great success prospecting, cold calling leads. You know, there's several courses out there. In fact, I have one right here, Danny Johnson's script book, you know, that I purchased, and wasn't the first script book that I purchased, and it wasn't the last one. And I probably have 8 or 9 different script books that I purchased, and there's people out there that teach this method of prospecting because it does work for some people. But it doesn't work for everyone, and it doesn't work for most, and here's why. There's a skill set to prospecting. You have to be very good on the phone. You have to have that influence to be able to close people. And I'm telling you, if you've ever seen a script book like this, or you know, gone through a prospecting course, in my opinion, you have to be pushy. You have to be a pushy salesperson, if you will. I mean, for me to read a script like this, it just wasn't natural. It didn't feel right. It felt like I was, you know, being very controlling and very pushy when I was on the phone trying to, you know, even when you make it your own, even when you master it and you know, you memorize it and you get good at it, it's still a very pushy approach to building a network marketing business. And on top of that, even if you get very good at it, then you're still going to have to deal with the mindset issues of rejection. And so many people have a problem with that. You know, even people that are good at prospecting, and you have a very, very good lead source, you know, 1 out of 25 is, I mean, you're an absolute master at prospecting if you can close 1 out of 25 leads. And that's 1 out of 25 leads that you talk to. Okay, that's a very good ratio. For most people, for the average person, it's going to be 1 out of 100 if you're good, probably 1 out of 200 or 500. You know, just throw in the numbers out there. Like Jim Rohn says, you know, what you lack in skill, you can make up in numbers. You know, there's a lot of truth to that. But the problem is you're going to have to deal with rejection. You're going to have to deal with excuses. You're going to have to listen over and over and over again of people telling you why it won't work for them, why they don't have the money. You know, oh yeah, I'll watch your video, your presentation tonight, and you call them back and they're watching American Idol and they haven't watched your presentation yet. Guys, I've been there. I did it for a short period of time because I realized very quickly that it wasn't what I wanted to do. There had to be a better way. And so that leads me to what I want to present to you, and I want to show you again, because I don't want you to fail. I want you to be highly successful in this business. Okay? Down below this video here, there is a link to a free presentation that you can get instant access to. You can go right now if you want and check that out. But here's the deal. Here's what this method will teach you and what I've been able to do. Now again, remember, I am legally blind. I cannot read an email. If someone sends me an email or I'm on a website, I cannot read it with my own 2 eyes. I have to have a screen reader, so it takes me more time. I have to use a screen reader to navigate around on the internet. And so what that should tell you is, guys, this isn't hard. It's not techie or difficult what I do and what I've done and been able to create a long-term, sustainable, high-level income on the internet since 2003. So if I'm able to do this, with my challenge, imagine what you're going to be able to do. So here it is, guys. You're going to want to learn how to generate your own leads, okay? Because going back to the credibility and influence thing, if warm market and friends and family isn't the way to go, then you've got to go outside of your warm market. And there's only two ways to do that. You either purchase leads, which I've already covered that and the difficulties, that entails, or you generate your own leads. Okay, and so that's what I learned to do very early on, was to generate my own leads to build my business on the internet. And here's the key to that. Here's the absolute key. You want to do it with a system. You want to implement a system that, number one, teaches you and trains you how to generate leads on the internet. Okay. And number two, you remove yourself from the equation. In other words, this video right here that I'm doing right now is a perfect example. This video, I'm going to spend anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes creating this video, and once it's up there on the internet, it's going to generate leads for me, whether I'm working, sleeping, laying around the pool, at the lake, spending time with my friends and family, just having fun. This video is going to be generating leads for me online. And number two, it's going to be building a relationship with the leads that it's generating. And so this is what we're going to teach you. We're going to teach you how to generate leads on the internet, create that relationship, build credibility, influence that is absolutely key. And you're going to do it all on complete autopilot, whether you're working or not. And it's going to be, number one, sustainable, and it's going to be long-term, okay? And that's the key. So down below this video here, there's a link to another video presentation that's going to go through the whole concept of this marketing strategy on the next page. So what you want to do, and I'd appreciate it too, if you found this video helpful, click the like button for me as well down below, and then right down below this video in the description there's a link. Just go right over to that page, fill in your email address. Don't worry, that email address just comes to me. I'm not going to sell, rent, or give away your email address to anyone, so you don't have to worry about that. And if you're not happy with any of the emails that I send to you and follow up, you can opt out at any time, not a big deal. But down below this video, go ahead and click on it and head over to that page and fill in your email address. You're going to want to see this presentation, guys. I'm telling you. Again, I don't like to talk about this, too much, because I don't look at my eye, condition as a disability, really, but I do have a challenge. I can't do what normal people with eyesight can do on the internet as quickly. So if I'm able to do this, imagine what you're going to be able to do, without having the challenges that I have. So again, I think this is the answer, in my opinion, for a lot of people. Because if I had to rely on friends and family, I would have failed miserably, and I would not be here today. I would be still on disability, probably, working a job that I hated for a little bit of extra income. And again, my job, a job for me would be limited because, let's face it, I can't fly an airplane or drive a cab, right? So, again, most people that are on my team and that have been around me for a while, my story is inspiring to them, and I like to use that as an example that if I'm doing it and I'm not making excuses, you shouldn't either. And this is something that you can do, and you can be highly successful at it, if you just have a little bit of desire and you have the motivation to succeed. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, because I hope you're excited about this, and I hope that that you see that there is another option out there to build your MonaVie business. If you do decide to get involved, or you're already involved, go down and click on the link, click the like button for me, head over and fill in your email address, and wish you all the best, and we will see you on the next page. Bye for now.